Let me tell you, it has been wet and cold and rainy and just icky in Idaho since the moment I crossed from Nevada into this state. But I think I'm gonna set up camp here for the night. It's kind of a cool little place on some National Forest Service. Little, I don't even want to call that a little stream. That's like a river down there. It's still very rainy, very cold, very wet. The rain just let up. It's still, you can probably see a little bit, still coming down. No, you can't really see anyhow. I got to get out of here. I got to keep moving, and I think I'm going to actually go for a hotel tonight just to dry things out after 2 days of rain. So I'm going to make some breakfast and get to packing up. Fortunately, this tree provides a little bit of coverage from the rain, so I can do most of my packing over here. So I think what the plan is, unfortunately, I was going to be heading up to Yellowstone, but I was looking at the weather and it's going to continue to rain throughout today up there, and then it's going to get very cold. And they're issuing warnings of like ice and freezing, so being on a motorcycle, not very ideal. So I think I'm gonna kind of abort that plan, and I'm gonna head back down into I think it's Idaho Falls down there, and cut north towards Montana. I'll probably plan to stay at this would have been a cool little spot to pitch a tent right here on this little ledge. Of course, I probably would have fallen off that little cliff. That's actually quite a ways. Holy crap. But I'm going to head up into Montana. I'm going to try and make it out to Missoula, and probably get a hotel over there. It's supposed to be raining in Missoula as well. That'll give me the opportunity to kind of dry things out, recharge all the electronics, and then move on. Then when I get up into Washington, I'll go through Spokane and get back on my original planned route, and then be able to pick up the camping where I left off from there. So this is a pretty beautiful little valley down in here, though. I think this is called Snake River. So anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here. So I'm going to do this pack up, camp clean up with the chest mount camera, because honestly, I'm out here in my underwear. You guys don't need to see that. It's because if I put on my, I failed at clothing. I should have brought some sort of pants, sweatpants or something to put on, but I didn't. So here we are. So if I'm not in my underwear, then I'm in in my motorcycle gear, which is incredibly bulky, for one, and two, I'm much less likely to kneel down in the dirt and mud on my bare legs than I am on, you know, when I got something like my motorcycle gear on, because it's easy to forget. Anyhow, you know, I gotta say, I'm not real impressed with these GoPro cameras, unfortunately. I'd had my hopes up for them, and I haven't started recording these adventures until just now. So I use my GoPro, the Hero 10, and then I picked up two 11s. And these things are just an absolute bear to keep charged up. Not only do the batteries go out quickly, but something about charging them, they're very finicky with charging. Because like so I've got this little charge port right here. It's just like a USB thing in your car, only it's just got a smaller connector. And I had one camera plugged in up here. That one, you know, to charge, that one just shut off. It just died altogether. after messing around with it later that night, the battery had drained to 0. Whereas when I put it on and plugged it in, it started at like 30-something%. So I don't know why power is going the wrong way, but that's what had happened. And then back here, I've got this little dongle coming off into a USB plug right there. And that's just coming straight from the battery. And I had that on my tripod camera back here. And I don't know what had happened. I stopped for gas and the thing just wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't do anything. It just had the red lights front and back on. Solid. And it wouldn't do anything otherwise. And I fiddled with that later that night and finally got it to work. What I had to do was like take the batteries out. And if I put the batteries back in and plugged them in, it still wouldn't do anything. But if I plugged it in and then put the battery in, then it would work. So I don't know. It's... Okay, and my waterproof bag is full of water. Cool. Get a dirty shirt, mop that up. And then just now, so it could be argued that, oh, it's the charging system on the bike. Charging system on the bike is messing it up. Well, I have my phone. If I don't use my phone, I use my iPad here, which I've got that lightning cable right here. Or I plug in my phone, which is right here. And both the tablet and the phone function perfectly charging that way. They'll charge up. I can use it for the navigation. They'll charge up. They'll hit 100%. Nothing wonky goes on there. So I don't know if it's something unique to these GoPro cameras or what, but and then last night, of course, since I was here for a couple of days, I was kind of running out of power on my battery packs and stuff. I did plug into the bike for a little bit and charge off the battery. I obviously didn't want to kill that battery on the bike because then have bigger problems. But I have my drone, and my drone battery pack also serves as a power pack, because that's what I started doing. Is I just started charging the cameras off of, oh, I gotta go get my key. I started charging my cameras off of the battery packs, like this guy right here. This is actually a jumper pack, and it's got the little USB plugs on the side. So that's how I've been charging the cameras, and it's been fine. So last night, those were pretty much depleted, aside from the one jumper pack I plugged into this bike to charge up a little bit. Come on, get in there. And using the drone pack, I charged up 2 of the GoPros, no problem. And then plugged in the third one. And the third one being the 10, the 10. Before it was the 211s I was having problems with. Now it's the 10. Wasn't doing anything. No sign of life or anything. So I checked this camera that I'm using right now, the Hero 11 that I charged off of the same battery pack from my drone, and it's showing like 93%. So I just moved the camera, this camera, onto the chest mount. But I just don't get it. I don't understand. They're great for when you're just kind of tooling around like close to the house and you've got the charging and all that, short videos, but on the road like this, I'm kind of relying on means to keep them charged up and usable, and it's not really working out. Whereas, like I say, my phone is charging just fine. Everything else is just fine. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe somebody has an answer, because I would like to be able to keep doing this on the motorcycle. I just have to find a better charging solution for it. So anyhow, yes, a piece of wood. That's what I use to prop the thing open when I have all my stuff on the back here. Spare bits and pieces for my prosthetics. Tuck you in over there. Got some GoPro bits and pieces there. Campsite's all cleaned up. Getting ready to head out.